kidding me? Well, what am I? Well, why wouldn't you tell me this before? It was supposed to be a surprise and now none of you are coming. Well, that's that then, I guess. No, don't you worry. Speak soon. Look after yourself. That's what you're best at.
Aren't we all?
Excuse me?
Aren't we all best at looking after ourselves?
Well, I guess so.
Sorry. Just realised how rude that was. It's just you were so close and...
Speaking so loudly.
Yes, maybe. But look at me on my own. It's hardly like I was disturbed. It actually gave me a little bit of entertainment.
Well, something good could come out of that conversation.
Oh, I didn't mean... I'm sorry. I keep myself to myself.
That was my son, Stephen. I was supposed to be meeting my two sons with their families here for lunch, and as you heard, that's now not happening. I'm easygoing, but this is a little unfair. I'm Phyllis. Well, Phil.
I'm Mike.
I have a son called Mike.
I have a brother called Phil. So, what happened?
Do you know, I'm not sure. The sorry state of affairs when you reach my age and you still don't know if your sons are lying to you.
You think they are?
There's a little more to it than that, unfortunately. Oh, I'm not going to bore you with that.
Kidding. This is the most interesting conversation I've had in weeks. Juicy stuff, too.
Well, you asked for it, I guess. I think the problem really is that they think I'm responsible for their dad leaving. Go on.
Were you?
He was an arse, I guess, is the easiest thing to say. Great with the boys, but an arse with me. Maybe we married too young. But it was in the later years I learned of his indiscretions. I put up with it to start with. I really don't know why. Partly, perhaps, I thought things would sort themselves out, but probably more I knew we didn't have a future anymore. Kind of like a car that's run out of fuel. You're seeing how far you can coast. Well, eventually, I put the brakes on and pushed him out.
It was lucky you put the brakes on first. A lot of women wouldn't have.
Yeah, I like that. I'm nothing if not compassionate. Anyway, the boys never knew about the little darlings he played around with. All they saw was this ogre kicking out their old man. So, how about you?
How about me what?
Tell me about yourself. What brings you to Hyde Park?
I think I'm gonna have to lie now, because the truth paints a somewhat sad picture.
No, go on. Try me.
It looks like I've been stood up.
Oh dear, how come?
Have you ever been on an online date?
No, that sort of thing has never really appealed. It all seems a little false to me.
What if it was all set up and organised by your sons?
Ooh, they would know better than that. I'm more the serendipitous type. I prefer to let nature take its course than have something arranged for me.
Well, I'm beginning to agree with you. My daughters have badgered me to get myself out there. So I let them make me a profile. Embarrassingly, this is my first date. Perhaps she took a longer look at my profile picture, eh? Luckily for me, I'll talk to anyone.
Oh, come on now. I'm sure that's not the case. Why do you think she's not going to show?
Well, I've been here for nearly an hour, so... I mean, this is my first date in many years. And I haven't a clue what's acceptable nowadays.
I think it's safe to say she's more than fashionably late.
Doesn't do one's confidence much good now, does it? Or one's faith in the fairer sex.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? What do you mean?
Well, if you don't mind my saying, you sounded a little bit jaded when you said that last bit. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be over-familiar, sorry.
No, that's all right, honestly. No, you couldn't know, and... Yes, in fairness, it's probably... My wife, Karen, died 5 years ago. It was the day after our 25th wedding anniversary. She was driving home late after work. It's a bizarre series of events, which I suppose by definition they always are. A father was getting some money out of a cash point. He had his child in a pushchair next to him. A couple of guys with beer cans stumbled into the man behind him in the queue, who bumped the pushchair towards the road. A woman, another pedestrian, she lunged to stop the pushchair, but at the same time bumped a cyclist out into the road in front of my wife's car. She swerved to avoid the cyclist and drove straight into the path of an oncoming lorry. And it was like a giant slow-motion game of mousetrap. She died instantly.
I'm so sorry.
It gets worse. See, actually, she wasn't coming home late from work. No, she worked at St. Peter's Hospital in Chertsey. This all happened in Windsor. 200 yards from the house of the man she was having an affair with.
Oh, goodness.
Look at me. Sorry, Phil. Gone and spoiled your afternoon, and that really wasn't fair of me.
No, you honestly haven't. And if you don't mind me saying, it sounds to me as if you've needed to say that for some time.
Do you know, I think you're probably right. The girls, we have 2 girls, they don't know any of this. I mean, I guess just like your boys don't know what your husband was doing. How could I tell them what their mother was up to? No. better to leave her memory intact.
Did you ever have any inclination anything was wrong?
I thought we were in love.
It's not a lack of love, it's a lack of friendship that makes for unhappy marriages. Friedrich Nietzsche?
Well, he also says there is always some madness in love, but there is also always some reason in madness. I believe you can't have true love without a little bit of madness. But whatever drove her to that, she must have had her reasons.
A little deep.
I'm sorry.
Second. Hiya.
Well done, Mike. Very smooth.
That was my son.
Everything okay?
Yeah, he offered to come out again after all.
Good. Good. That's good.
That's good then? Well, actually, I see them quite a lot, so I told them not to bother.
Really?
I admit I don't feel like it, but also I'm busy now this afternoon.
You are?
Yes. Presuming you're not clinging on to your blind date,
Absolutely not.
I can easily call my sons back.
No, there's no need for that. Well, I admit, I do feel like it.
I'm compassionate, but not a charity case.
So then, care for a walk?
Yeah, definitely.
She turned you down then?
Yeah, I told you, she's compassionate, not a charity case.